As the week of June 9th, 2025, unfolds on the bold and the beautiful, the stakes rise dramatically with lives on the line, loyalties tested, and a sinister plot barreling toward its deadly climax. This is no time for subtlety or soft emotions. This is the week when everything explodes. Luna Nozawa is dangerously unstable. Poppy Nozawa is terrified. Remy Price re-enters the battlefield at a pivotal moment. And Liam Spencer, facing death, starts what may be his final mission. Protecting Steffi Forrester Finnegan from a threat no one saw coming. The preview clip released confirms it all. There's no going back now. It begins with Liam Spencer, the dying man clinging to purpose in his final days. In the preview, he's seen with medication in hand, treating his brain tumor while sitting next to Steffi. They talk, quiet, urgent. Steffi is worried, but she can't yet grasp just how close danger truly is. Liam, his voice steady but his eyes shadowed by pain, brings up Luna. He knows something is off. He's seen Luna's spirals before, but this time it's different. As the clip cuts to Liam talking to Finn, the desperation in his voice is raw. He isn't just concerned, he's pleading. He tells Finn, "We have to do something. We have to protect Steffi before it's too late." Finn listens, but his face is etched with disbelief and hesitation. After all, Luna was someone he trusted once. Someone he tried to help. But that trust is long gone now. Meanwhile, Luna's mind continues its dangerous unraveling. Refusing to accept any responsibility for her own crimes or manipulation, Luna has fully convinced herself that Steffi is the root of all her problems. She blames Steffi for everything, from her failed relationship with Finn, to her ruined reputation, to the loss of her carefully constructed image. Instead of confronting her guilt, Luna wraps herself in the illusion that destroying Steffi will set everything right. Enter Poppy Nozawa, desperate and panicked. After a chilling conversation with Sheila Carter-Sharp, a woman who knows a thing or two about spiraling out of control, Poppy rushes to confront her daughter. She finds Luna steeled and resolute, ready to walk through hell to get what she believes she deserves. Poppy begs, pleads, demands her daughter see reason. But Luna's cold eyes and ice-cold smile say it all. She's beyond reason now. Her voice is flat and final when she says, "No one's stopping me this time. Not even you, Mom." And with that, she walks away, leaving Poppy stunned and terrified. Knowing she can't stop Luna alone, Poppy does the only thing she can. She rushes to the hospital. She finds Finn and Lee Finnegan and delivers the warning they hoped they'd never hear. Her voice cracks as she tells them Luna is out of control, that she's not just angry, she's dangerous. She tells them about Luna's obsessive behavior, about the wild look in her eyes, about how she's bought a gun and is training with it. Finn recoils, disbelief turning to dread. Lee, always skeptical of Poppy, listens intently. For once, she doesn't argue. The gravity is too real. Cut to the shooting range, where Luna is alone, focused, deadly. The camera lingers on her face as she lines up her shot, eyes narrowed, lips drawn into a cruel smirk. Her hand trembles, but not from fear. From anticipation. She envisions Steffi in her sights. Every pull of the trigger brings her closer to a reality she believes will free her. This isn't practice anymore. This is preparation. Her mind plays out the moment, walking into Steffi's house, weapon in hand, finally getting her revenge. But before that fantasy becomes a plan, something interrupts her. Remy Price. He steps into the shooting range, unsuspecting. He spots Luna, stunned by her presence. Luna turns slowly, and the shock fades from her face. In its place comes something stranger, familiarity. The hardened glare disappears, replaced by something close to warmth. She smiles at him, genuinely. She didn't expect to see him, but now that he's here, she lets her walls slip, just for a second. Remy, still walking the tightrope between redemption and relapse, is caught off guard. He hasn't seen Luna like this before. Not so angry. Not so empty. Not so dangerous. They talk. She brushes off his questions, then starts testing him. Remy tries to play it cool, but he quickly realizes something is wrong. Very wrong. Luna starts saying things that don't make sense, dark things. She hints at justice, at reckoning, at how some people deserve what's coming to them. Remy asks who she's talking about, and Luna just laughs. A cold, humorless laugh. Still, Remy doesn't give up. He pushes. He reminds her of who she used to be. He tells her she's not a killer. That no matter what she's done, she can still walk away. That this, whatever she's planning, doesn't have to be the end. For a moment, she falters. Her hands tremble. She looks down at the gun and suddenly looks very young and very lost. But then, just as quickly, the moment vanishes. The steel returns to her spine. She tells Remy he doesn't understand. That no one does. That this is the only way. What Remy does next could change everything. He doesn't run. He doesn't call the police. He doesn't try to overpower her. He stays. He listens. He connects. Because in that instant, he understands Luna doesn't need a fight. She needs someone to see her. Someone to believe she can still choose another path. Remy might be the only person left who can break through to her. Meanwhile, back at the hospital, Finn is pacing. Lee is on the phone. Poppy is in tears. No one knows where Luna is. No one knows what she's capable of. But Liam knows. Liam has seen this kind of obsession before. And he knows one thing. If they don't act fast, Steffi could die. The hourglass is running out. Luna has crossed every line. Her plan is almost complete. The confrontation is inevitable. Will she go through with it? Will Remy's presence stop her? Will someone else intervene in time? There are no easy answers now. The lines between love and hate, pain and justice, loyalty and madness have all blurred beyond recognition. This week, The Bold and the Beautiful sets the stage for a showdown unlike any it's seen before. A dying man is on a mission. A desperate mother is sounding the alarm. A young man seeks redemption. And a broken woman stands on the edge of a cliff, ready to take a life, or maybe lose her own. Every moment counts. Every decision matters. The fallout will be irreversible. Stay tuned. The danger is real. The stakes are final. The end is near. Once the shining light of The Bold and the Beautiful, Hope Logan has become something else entirely, a walking cautionary tale of how fast a character can be torn apart by poor writing, lazy plot pivots, and baffling creative choices. For over a decade, Hope represented what was good and grounded in the chaos of Los Angeles's most dysfunctional families. She was the voice of reason, the moral compass, the one who tried, sometimes to a fault, to do what was right. But now, that hope is gone. What we're left with is a broken mirror version of a character fans once loved. And they're not keeping quiet about it. The moment Thomas Forrester left for Paris, something snapped. For years, Hope and Thomas had slowly, painstakingly built a connection. Their chemistry was real, their dynamic compelling, their story filled with history and promise. The show even took them through one of the slowest burns in soap history. 5 full years of growth, missteps, redemption, and a hard-earned romance. And then, just as they finally seemed solid, Thomas vanished from the storyline, and Hope unraveled. Instead of grieving, instead of taking a beat to reset, Hope pivoted. Fast. And badly. It started with Finn. Yes, Finn, the husband of her closest friend. Within weeks of Thomas's exit, Hope was making hard eyes at Steffi's husband. The writing felt rushed, the motivation paper-thin. But it only got worse. The infamous scene, Hope, in lingerie, throwing herself at Finn, only for Steffi to walk in. Viewers were shocked. No, stunned. This wasn't subtle tension or emotional confusion. This was a character assassination. The Hope Logan fans knew and supported would never make a move on a married man, let alone her best friend's husband. And the backlash was immediate. Social media exploded. Hope used to be the show's anchor. Now she's a mess in heels, one fan tweeted. Another wrote, they destroyed 5 years of character growth in 5 minutes. The most brutal summary? She's gone from one of the most loved to one of the most hated. And you can't argue with that. Fan polls, Reddit threads, Facebook groups, everywhere you looked, there was rage. Then came the firing. After Steffi reported Hope's wildly inappropriate behavior to the board, Forrester Creations wasted no time. Hope was out. The very brand she built, hope for the future, ripped from her hands. A devastating blow, but again, the writers missed the mark. Instead of sitting with that pain, Hope launched into a new scheme, this time targeting the company that once gave her everything. Enter Carter Walton. Not as a confidant, not as a friend, not even as a logical rebound. No, he became Hope's new obsession. Within weeks, Hope and Carter were in bed together. A whirlwind engagement followed. And just like that, Hope went from grieving ex to jilted creative director to corporate saboteur. She and Carter even plotted a hostile takeover of Forrester Creations, because obviously a character like Hope would go from humanitarian to backstabbing business shark in a matter of weeks. Fans hated it, every second of it. I've been watching BNB for 20 years, one longtime viewer said. This is the worst writing I've ever seen for Hope. Another added, what was the point of building Thope if they were going to drop it like trash and push this nonsense with Carter? Even Hope's biggest defenders had enough. This isn't development. It's demolition. And now it's June 2025. Hope is engaged to Carter. But their chemistry? Non-existent. Their scenes? Forced. Their relationship? Believable only in an alternate dimension where nothing matters. Viewers aren't buying it. Not when Daphne Rose, a brand new face in town, is already circling Carter like a hawk. The writing is on the wall. This engagement won't last, and no one will mourn it when it dies. But the real tragedy isn't the breakup. It's what Hope has become. She's been reduced to a caricature, scheming, selfish, and inconsistent. There's no core anymore. No vision. No redemption arc in sight. And that, more than any failed romance, is what hurts the most for fans who've been watching her since day one. Because this isn't just about a love triangle. It's about how a once respected character, with a meaningful legacy and a powerful voice, has been reduced to chasing unavailable men, plotting revenge, and burning every bridge she once held dear. It's about betrayal, on and off screen. The most brutal comparisons? Fans are now likening Hope to Sheila Carter, the show's most infamous villain. Hope's acting like Sheila Light, one viewer posted. All she needs is a syringe and a gun. That comparison would have been unthinkable 2 years ago. Now, it's tragically fitting. And the question that's starting to haunt every scene she's in, can Hope Logan be saved? The only answer many fans are clinging to? Thomas. If there's any redemption path left for Hope, it starts with Thomas Forrester returning from Paris. He was her anchor, her balance, the one man who loved her unconditionally and helped her reclaim her agency. Viewers are already begging for his return. If Thomas walks through those doors and asks why it wasn't him, I will scream, one fan tweeted. Another added, only Thope can save Hope. Otherwise, just write her off already. It's a fair point. Hope needs more than a romantic partner. She needs grounding. She needs a reality check. And she needs the writers to stop dragging her through one humiliating plot twist after another. Because if this trajectory continues, there's no coming back. Hope will be too far gone. Let's talk facts. Hope chasing Finn was bad. Hope getting fired was humiliating. Hope jumping into Carter's arms was absurd. But the worst part? It's all been pointless. The storylines have no weight, no consistency, no payoff. It's as if the writers are throwing her at every available man just to see what sticks, without ever considering the damage to her core character. Where's Brooke in all of this? Where's Ridge? Where's Liam? Why isn't anyone trying to pull her back from the brink? Why has no one stepped in to remind her of who she was? The answer might be as sad as it is simple. The show has forgotten. They've forgotten who Hope Logan is. And the fans? They haven't. They remember the Hope who stood up to her mother, who raised Beth through heartbreak, who defended Douglas when no one else would. They remember the Hope who saw the good in people, sometimes to a fault, and who always tried to rise above. Now she's unrecognizable. There's still time to fix it. But not much. If Thomas returns, if the show recenters Hope and gives her a new mission that doesn't involve seduction or sabotage, if they rebuild her integrity, fans might come back around. But they'll need to act fast. Because right now, Hope Logan has become the character everyone loves to hate. And if that sticks too long, there's no undoing it. So, Bold and the beautiful writers, listen up. You've lit the fuse. Either put out the fire or watch one of your most iconic characters burn completely. Fans aren't just asking for change. They're demanding it. Because the Hope we're watching now, she's not their Hope. She's a stranger. And they're ready to switch the channel. Save Hope before it's too late.